guys, and welcome back to another episode. Here on this episode I will be changing the front and rear brakes on a 2016 Nissan Xtrail. First of all, pop the bonnet, take the cap off the brake reservoir. That allows the fluid to make its way back up into the reservoir without building pressure. Once you get that done, go ahead, get the front end jacked up and get the wheel off. As you can see, I'm using a impact gun for this. For this whole job, you can do it with a breaker bar and a ratchet. It just makes it a bit easier with the rattle gun. Once you get the wheel off, get it underneath the car, just a little fail safe in case the jack fails. Go ahead and take two 13mm bolts out the back of the caliper. Make sure you hang this up or support it in some way. You don't want to leave it hanging on the hose. You want to get the caliper carrier, you get that off. On the front it is two 19mm bolts. Go ahead and get the carrier off and get the brake pads out. Just double check, make sure the hardware hasn't come out of it like here. If it has, just pop it back in, ready for the install. Not every hammer is a ratchet, but certainly every ratchet is a hammer. Go ahead and give the hub a good clean up. You want to get any residue, any rust, you want it sitting there nice and flat. A bit of brake cleaner, clean up with a rag and get some copper slip on there. You don't want to go too crazy, but you do want a nice layer across the whole thing. It just helps when the brakes come to be done next time, it just comes off a lot easier. Give the disc a good clean. You want to get any manufacturing oils, anything like that off. You want a nice clean surface to begin with. Go ahead and clean the caliper carrier up. This is where the pad wings sit, so you want it nice and clean. Any brake dust, any residue, you want that off. Give it a little copper slip. It just helps the pads move through it, just keeps a nice even wear. So go ahead, get that back on. I do put a bit of copper ease on them as well, just again for future taking off, so it makes it a little bit easier. Make sure I don't seize on there. So you notice on this disc there is no grub screw holding the disc in place. It's literally just floating there, it's held on with the pressure of the wheel. Makes it a little bit annoying when you're putting it on with this, but it's not the end of the world. Put a bit of copper ease on the back of the pads, just saves a bit of squealing down the line. Want to make sure everything is home and nice and secure. Go ahead and push the pistons back on the caliper. You can see here I'm using two sets of pliers. Once you start pushing one in, it sort of tends to try and push the other one out. Once you get that done, back on with the caliper. Final little clean up and the wheel is going back on. So I never trust the electric rattle guns. It's not worth. If the battery's low, it just might not be tight enough. So go around, just double check and make sure it's all snug and home. Once you get that done, you can pop the cap back on, pop the bonnet down, give the brakes a good pump, make sure the pistons are fully out, and take it for a nice little test drive. Now the eagle-eyed viewers out there will notice a jumper change. This is because the rear brakes turned up on a different day, so yeah, it got done later in the week. Same as the front, jack her up, buzz the wheel off and pop her underneath. What you will have to do with the rear brakes is leave the handbrake off. So I tend to just make sure on like nice level ground, just leave the car in gear. Main difference at this point with the rears is there's just one extra nut you've got to take off, which is a bracket that holds the hose in place. Other than that, exactly the same as the front, a couple of 13mm bolts. Once you get that off, it is off with the carrier. Now, the carrier, I believe, if I remember rightly, is 17mm bolts, where the front was 19mm. Very, very similar. At this point, I'm giving it a clean first. Taking the disc off. And give it a nice clean. And copper slip. Get the new disc on. Obviously we cleaned up the carrier already, so on she goes. As you can see, I'll be copper slipping the bolts, again just for future DIYs, just makes life a bit easier. So all the bolts I've been doing, well, I have been double checking with the breaker bar just to make sure. Instead of copper slipping the carrier, I copper slipped the wings of the pad instead. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, it's either or really. As you can see with the rear caliper, it needs to be wound in rather than pushed in, so to be honest, it's worth buying a little kit off wherever, eBay or your local motor factors. It makes life a hell of a lot easier. And then it's just get her on, make sure you put the bracket for the hose back on. A little 30mm nut, a bit of copper slip there, buzz her on. On with the wheel. Now obviously I've only shown you one side of each of them. Both sides are literally identical, so once you've done one you'll quite easily do the other. One thing I would say guys is if you are tackling this yourself, then just if something doesn't look right, doesn't seem right, then it probably isn't right, and it's worth, even if you have to pull it apart again just to double check. Obviously brakes, you want to do them right. So yeah guys, I hope this has helped. If you are tackling it yourself, like, subscribe and drop me a comment.